Hi, my name is Ed Shanshala. I'm from Amanuset Community Health Services. I'm here today to welcome you to Food is Medicine ACHS Teaching Kitchen. Our goal is for you to be able to learn how to produce foods you feel good about in fewer than 30 minutes from prep to plate for you, your friends, and your family. We paid special attention for individuals who have diabetes and hypertension. I hope you enjoy the series, come back frequently to learn more, and have a great day cooking food you feel good about. Thank you. Hi, my name's Ed Shanshala. I work for Amanuset Community Health Services. Welcome to Food is Medicine, Amanuset Community Health Services Portable Teaching Kitchen. If you joined us in the past, we had a Sunday chicken dinner. And at the end of that, we put the carcass in a pot to make chicken stock. Today, we're taking that chicken stock and we're gonna make lentil soup. The beauty of the chicken stock from the chicken, it's the lowest sodium you're ever gonna get in chicken stock, and it's probably one of the most cost effective because you already had a dinner with the chicken, so now you get to use the chicken stock. If you didn't do that, or that hasn't happened, you can buy no sodium chicken stock, which is really important, especially if you have hypertension. Try to keep the low sodium down, don't add salt. Then this recipe has about 15 grams of net carbs. So if you have diabetes, you're watching your carbs, you're watching your salt, this is a great recipe. It also has some nice fiber and some nice protein because of the lentils. So the lentils are dry, and I know a lot of people ask, you go to the store and you see the dry lentils and they almost never leave the shelf. Unless you've had the experience of cooking with lentils, maybe I don't know what to do with lentils. So we're gonna learn today what we can do with lentils. You don't have to soak lentils. I did. So I soaked them overnight in the refrigerator. It's about a 3-to-1 ratio, a cup of lentils, 3 cups of water. It lets them cook a little bit faster. Other dried beans, you do want to soak overnight for them to cook properly, and you don't get a crunchy soup. So what we have here today is, we're gonna add some meat. You don't have to add meat. I'm adding a spicy Italian chicken sausage that's been cooked. It's uncured, and a sweet Italian sausage. We're gonna have onions, we're gonna have carrots and celery, some thyme, and some garlic. So let's get started. We're gonna start by putting the stock in the pot. This delivers on our vision to try to get you from 30 minutes from prep to plate. This is gonna be closer to 40. It's gonna be about 20 minutes of prep and 20 minutes of cooking. So I've cut some of the onions up, but there's a couple different ways you can cut onions. You can, first of all, take the skin off. Just peel that right off. And you can compost some of this. So if you compost, this is great for your garden. Again, with a knife, be careful of your fingers. So you can slice it off like this. You can cut it up and turn it 90 degrees and cut it again. You've probably seen myself and Chef Jose Bonilla teach you a variety of different ways that you can dice your onions. So that's another way you do it. So we have our onions, carrots. I'm gonna cut the ends off, set those aside for composting. I'm gonna cut a carrot in half lengthwise. I'm gonna lay it down flat. It's easier, it won't roll. I'm gonna cut it again lengthwise. I'm gonna stack them up. And again, keep your fingers, know where they are. And once we get all the carrots chopped up, put them with the rest of the carrots. And what I could have done and should have done was turn this on. Let's get this going. So we're going to turn it on, heat the broth up, so when we put the vegetables in, we're already ahead. Saves you a little cooking time. Celery, again, we're going to cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Stack them up like we did with the carrots. Chopping, being mindful of our fingers. This is a great recipe if you have kids to get them involved. Make sure you teach them good, safe knife handling skills. Make sure you and they wash their hands thoroughly before you started cooking. It's always an important thing to do. So we've got all of the celery. So what's interesting about this dish, in my perspective, is we're not sauteing these. Sometimes you would saute these before you would start. Instead, we're just going to add them to the broth. I'm going to add the onions. I'm going to add the carrots. And we're going to add the celery. And before we move on to cut the sausage up, I'm going to add, this is 1 cup of lentils. These lentils, you can see they're dry. You can see there's a little bit different color. They're a little bit bigger by soaking them overnight. So we're going to add a cup of lentils. I had 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to stir it up. We're going to let that come to temperature, and we're going to move on to the garlic. So garlic has a skin on it. It's kind of hard to get off. So if you take the side of your knife and gently rest it and just hit it just a little bit, it loosens the skin up from the garlic underneath, and it makes it easier. I guess I probably could have hit a little bit harder. Jose and I sometimes, seems like we're in competition. Sometimes we hit it too hard. Sometimes we don't hit it hard enough. There we go. That sounded better. There, right there. Yeah, skin comes right off. I'm going to put 3 cloves. It called for 2. I like a little bit more garlic. So you can decide how much garlic you would like to put in there. If you don't have fresh garlic, you could use garlic powder. I would discourage you from using garlic salt because we're trying to keep this lower sodium. So I'm going to cut my garlic in half. Get it to sit flatter. I'm just going to hold the point of my knife like a pivot and start chopping the garlic up. Some of you might have a garlic press. I think this is a good task to give the kids. I know as a kid I think I got this task because I don't think the adults wanted to do it for some reason. And it kept me busy because they'd always come back and say, oh, it's not diced enough. Why don't you go back and dice it a little bit more? So, dice that up. A couple bigger pieces, want to get them smaller. All right, take the lid off. Add the garlic. Stir it in. It's starting to come up temperature. I can start to smell it. It's starting to smell good. This is the thyme I'm going to add. You could buy thyme at the store, dried. You're going to want to check the recipe. Usually dry, you use a little bit less. Fresh, you use a little bit more. Again, it's to taste. You can actually pull the thyme off of the stems without much difficulty. Keep the stems for composting if you'd like. Wish you could smell this thyme. It's great. So this recipe calls for about a tablespoon of thyme. Again, put some thyme in, taste it. If you want more, put more in later. We're going to dice it up, just like we did with the garlic. Always being aware where your fingers are. I like to keep some bandages right in the drawer in my kitchen at home, just in case. But take the lid off. I'm gonna collect the thyme, add it. Stir it up. And we're gonna move on to the chicken last. Move my cutting scraps off to the edge. And we're going to cut the sausage lengthwise. I'm going to cut it lengthwise again. So we've quartered it from one end to the other. And that way we can cut it into nice, small, bite-sized pieces. So nobody's left with a bowl of soup that doesn't have a little bit of sausage in it. If you're vegetarian, you know, you could try maybe a tofu-based sausage, or you don't need to put sausage in at all. This is a chicken versus a beef sausage, so it's a little lower in fat. It's not cured, so it's a little lower in sodium. And because I couldn't make up my mind, I put one spicy and one sweet in. You like a little spicier, you can put a little, maybe more spice in. You could also put some red pepper flakes in if you like even a little more heat to your lentil soup. So there we have it. Got some nice bite-sized pieces. So we'll add these to the stock with the carrots and the onions and the celery and the thyme and the garlic. We don't want to miss any pieces. Stir it up. I think it's looking good. Smells good. We'll put the lid back on. We'll bring it to a boil. We'll reduce it to a simmer. 20 minutes later, we're going to see how the lentils are. If they're not quite tender enough, cook it a little bit longer. But these are soaked overnight. They should cook faster. So we will join you in 20 minutes, and we'll serve it up, and we'll see how this lentil soup comes out. Hopefully you use stock from your Sunday chicken dinner. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Welcome back. While the lentil soup was cooking, 20-30 minutes, I took the opportunity to clean the kitchen up. I think it looks pretty good. So again, dried lentils, soaked them overnight, 20-30 minutes. It's looking pretty good. We use the Sunday chicken dinner chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock that you made, you can always get no sodium. That's the one you want. So we have a bowl. Lid's a little hot, so use a pot holder. I'm going to turn this off. As you can see, it's boiling away nicely. I'm going to grab a ladle. Yeah, looks good. Nice brilliant orange of the carrots and the nice green of the. What you're going to notice is that this is a very hearty soup. And there you have it. This is your Sunday chicken dinner stock that you use to make lentil soup. It's low in carbohydrates. There's no added salt. Little chicken sausage. You can season how you'd like to season it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the lentil soup even more. Look forward to seeing you in our next Amanuset Community Health Services portable teaching kitchen, where food is medicine and you get to serve food to your friends and family you feel good about. Have a great day. See you soon.